Hello everyone, this is Steve. I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel here. I know I've showed these videos before, but I wanted to show you some of the newer additions I've been adding to the website and some of the things that's coming forward that I wanted to share with you. I kind of left this in the little comment section. I thought I'd create a video since it seems to, capture more attention that way. So let's get started here. So I'm getting a lot of feedback from people about the website and things that they're looking for in general. So what I've come to realize is instead of just creating these little forms on the bottom of the pages, which I have right here, people are responding to, they're a little bit more impersonal. So since I switched over to GoDaddy recently, I learned how to use their forum. Well, basically, you just download a plugin. And if you want to click on here on the forum, you can actually go in here, and I created my little first section here. So in here, you can start, post reply and start responding to, I'll respond to your questions essentially here. And anything you have, want to talk about, whether you want to learn something about programming or if you want to share your project ideas, I would love to hear from you guys about that. So whatever it is, Atari, QBasic, Java, I don't care. Whatever your niches and whatever you desire in any level of programming from Visual Studio to C Sharp, C++, Python, PHP, whatever. I've studied a lot of these languages and maybe I can try to help you, or we can just, bounce ideas off each other. But anyways, getting back to the ideal things. So I just want to encourage you guys to check out the forum. That's probably the main reason for this video here. Some of the other things I've done is I had to remove the shopping cart I had with Shopify. They're pretty expensive, and I cannot afford the $30 a month that they charge right now. And my website doesn't really get enough traffic where that would really, give me a revenue versus, return on investment and stuff like that. So I kind of lose out on that. Maybe if that changes later, I might go back and add it, but right now it's not going to happen. So next things here, just talked about my GoDaddy experiences. Pretty much covered this, but this is where I changed some of the Commodore 64 pages. I noticed some of the CSS scripts were kind of screwed up, so I had to go back in and change it so that, like earlier, this thing was gigantic all over the screen here, so I had to fix that. And people are also talking about, in YouTube, mostly about some of the links not working, some of the pages. I want to apologize, guys. I'm pretty sure that was when I switched over from Bluehost to GoDaddy. Now, that was a huge transition. I also had to wait for my domain to transfer. That took a couple of days. Not to mention, I have two other domains I'm trying to transfer, and I have to wait 60 days because I transferred them to Bluehost, and after that, there's a delay hold of 60 days. That doesn't include Programmermind, but these are other websites I'm working on outside of this, of course. Me and my ADD, whatever you want to call it, that likes to kind of go all over the place sometimes. So anyways, yeah, so these are just some of the people's, this was a pretty extensive message here. So Diddy, I guess your name is Diddy here. I welcome you to go up here to the forum, and if you can, just repost or copy your questions and whatever you had here, and just go back to the forum here. So guys, look, I really, really can communicate much better once you're in the forums and we're communicating better. Rather than running to YouTube, running and checking my pages, this will be so much easier for all of us. And, I'll be the moderator and we'll have fun with this. So PHP BB is a pretty good forum, and from what I read about. So yeah, I look forward to that. Anything else? I just basically haven't really done anything to these lately. Still working on the sprites example. I mean, I've got it done for the most part, but I wanted to kind of spruce it up a little bit and explain a little bit more about the calculations and maybe some other stuff here. But, I've got the regular video at the bottom. I was so surprised that when I put this video up, it's already generated in the last few days, like almost nearly 100 views. I was pretty surprised that tells me that people are still interested in Commodore 64 BASIC. Now, I know a lot of you love the machine language and want to jump into that. I don't see a lot of your examples on machine language, so I don't really know how many you really utilize the machine language rather than just intrigued by it. I would definitely start with BASIC, because BASIC is the key to everything. And all the machine language routines you see, everything runs underneath, the compiler itself, or runs inside the accumulator. So basically, everything you see from, your programs on the screen to the sprites moving to everything from the disk operations, it's all happening behind scenes in machine language, of course. But BASIC actually manages a lot of that stuff. It's just a little bit slower. But you can speed up BASIC. But anyways, enough about that. Yeah, I haven't really done much more with that. Some of the other things I've done here, like skip, let me just make sure I covered all the Commodore 64 stuff. I think pretty much that's all. I might have thrown some new videos down here, but I don't think I've really done a whole lot more with it. Just that section right there, and the ebook is still here. So if you want to get to the ebook, it's still free, guys. It's not finished. I never really finished it, so kick me for that, whatever. But it's here. If you click on it, you can read it online. You can save it, download it, whatever. Never really, probably because I got a lot of negative feedback, I decided to never go back and really finish it. So anyways, it wasn't probably a good approach to it. But anyways, it's free there if you want to check it out. So I had to fix some broken links. I know one of these was broken, so I'm kind of repeating one of these pages for now until I figure out what to do with the C64 Simulanguage page, which this is found elsewhere. That's these links down here. So if you click on this, it's the same thing right here. And if you guys can still check out the programs, let me know if you guys also want me to start, you know, maybe, for example, we're going to this one as an example. Like I have the code examples down in here. If I click on this, and if you want to see some of these programs somewhere, like the download links, let me know about that. Maybe I can start trying to find time, maybe one program a day, at least something, to start typing them in, or look them online if I can find them somewhere, you know, on the internet through Google, and then set the download links here so you guys can just download them straight to the, you know, you can upload them to the emulator and stuff like that. So let me know if you're interested in that. Again, really, this is a lot of my own speculation because I don't really know a lot unless you guys are responding to me. I mean, I look at your comments a lot, and I know I was working on a game for a while, but generally I want to know what everybody's really interested in, trying to cover the basis, so to speak. So, yeah, so about the Atari section here, switching over gears here for a minute. I mentioned this before, but I have an entire Atari dedicated channel just to the Atari alone. Could probably jump in here for a second and show you. You already know about my Commodore 64 channel. This is the regular Commodore 64 channel right here with all of my programs and all that in my videos. And I'll just log out of here. Go into my Atari. Hopefully I remember the password. I'm pretty good. So let's sign in here. And oops, I didn't mean to do that. I think when you actually click on the video. Okay, so this is some of the Atari stuff I've been working on. Oh, I actually got a few subscriptions before. I didn't have anybody subscribing, so it looks like it's kind of, yeah, nah, there's no subscribers. These are just my subscribers. But anyways, it's not enough videos to really have subscribers yet, but the last one I put on here was Atari Basic Disk example. Okay, so what I wanted to show you anyways is this is what I won on an auction recently. Pretty happy about it. I didn't actually pay a bad price because these usually run for about $60 with the shipping, no joke. So I thought I got a pretty good deal on that one. There wasn't a lot of attention to it because people thought it was broken. Somebody wrote down here, I powered it up and the red light comes on and it rewinds, but fast forward slowly. Doesn't appear to play forward, so maybe it might need a new ballot cleaning. The condition, so there's no return space. So what I'm guessing, and I'm hoping I'm right, is from what I recall about the program recorder is, of course, you can always rewind it when it's not plugged into an Atari computer. You can also fast forward it, and it does actually fast forward slowly. But the play button will never work because you have to activate it with what's called a C-load command, which is, I forget what that stands for, but C-load and there's C-save if you want to save programs. So you have to clone it, so to speak. If you don't C-load it and just plug it into a wall, you'll never be able to get the play button to work. So I'm pretty sure because of that, I'm hoping that it actually works. I mean, he said everything else. Look at the picture here. You can tell, where did I see it? Somewhere here. One of these pictures, he had the light on. It was probably this one right there. It looks like the light might be on or something. So this is the exact recorder I had before. And I'm really ecstatic about this, excited, because I actually have two other tapes with Atari programs on that I have not seen in over 20 plus or 30 years or whatever. So hopefully we'll get to those and I'll start uploading those videos to you and sharing whatever little programs I wrote back. These would be my very first programs I ever wrote on a computer. So very, very retro stuff. So I'm hoping to get that. Once I get it, I'll let you know and throw some videos up there. And of course, I'll add it to the channel there. I'll put it on this to keep Atari isolated from the Commodore 64. But anyways, getting back to the website here. So essentially, the only other thing I really added on here, and I don't think I put it on here for some reason, is the player missile graphics. I'm surprised I didn't put it on here. So I just now realized I need to add it to here because I created a video for it. So if I go back to my YouTube channel, if you bear with me on that a second here, and just click on it, it's right, this one. Just gonna pause it here. And the link is right here. Oh no, I only stuck the main link there. Okay, so what I'm guessing is I never did. I don't have a link for the player missile graphics. I thought I had, a tutorial example. It was for the Commodore 64 sprites, not for the player missile graphics. But that was on my mind to eventually do that. But I want to try to finish one task before I go on to another one. It can be very overwhelming otherwise. So just to keep this video short, I mean, this is pretty much the same stuff I've already had on here. You know, eventually I wanted to mention all these comments on these pages, even though this is going to take me a while. Once I can get everybody into the forums, which is my goal, I'm going to remove all the comment sections, and then we'll move everything over to the forums, because I'm telling you, this is a much better way to communicate, and I can be more personable with you. I can learn things about you as you can learn things about me. So it says there was 4 online here, but nobody registered. So it's free to register and everything, but I think I might have mentioned that already. So check it out for sure. I get people talking about QBasic. I won't go into a lot about this, but somebody recently mentioned that they're interested in QB64. So again, that forum will really help me know, since I'm not getting responses on here, if there's people on my website looking for QBasic stuff. Or if you're looking for, I know you probably won't be doing this. This was a real old software language I used to write 3D programs with. Actually, I must have clicked on the Java one there, but it was Dark GDK and kind of unused now. Abandoned, so to speak. In Java, of course, some people are kind of confused about Java, so maybe we won't go into Java. I was hoping to capture people's attention, but apparently this website is not generating that kind of traffic. So I have to kind of go where the flow is for now. Now, on another note, outside of that, I noticed that I'm getting a lot of people attention here, and I'm going to fix some of these links here, for the Visual Studio C# examples I have here. Because I used to work in the industry and I have a little bit of experience. I have a lot more experience in this. I just have really gone and updated this section. I know I need to do that. I'd like to be able to share all the other things I've learned and put them in there somehow. More of the one in recent highlights, it's actually an old example, but some of the newer stuff I've been doing is with this GTA stuff. I really got totally obsessed with Grand Theft Auto 4 when it first came out. And I mentioned this before, but I wrote all these. I didn't write the original trainer. I want to be very clear on that. The original trainer was written by other professionals, not me. But they have what's called a script hook that you can use to embed your own programs into, and you can go ahead and modify your own code. So I've done that, and I was able to create a massive trainer based off of all the examples my friends shared with me and everything else. But this one shows you how God mode works, and this is for GTA 4, so maybe I'll extend it for GTA 5, which I'm also working on right now. My new trainer, so to speak, up and coming. And there's the God mode example. It talks about how it works in players invisible. Just some examples here. You hit the pictures, it enlarges them. These are all the options I included. So these were all the hacks I came up with, mostly myself, in the game. I mean, I spent over, I think it was 2 years just, hacking this thing and just, writing my own code and my own scripts and just going bananas over it and throwing videos every time I found out something new in the game. I was totally obsessed with learning it. But anyways, I don't want to go overboard. But this also shows you how the menus work. I designed my own menu system. I noticed a lot of the other menus were just kind of one layer only, so I designed sub-layers where you could click on something and it would switch out to the next menu, and I kind of explained that down here somewhere. Right there, there's the sub-menu right there for vehicles. So yeah, so check that out. I'll try to add more content as I come to it. There's videos all the way at the bottom of this page. Might need to put them somewhere else, but they're at the bottom for now. There's how the keyboard works and displays and stuff like that. These are what they look like once I have my own displays working on the screen. There's the coordinates. There's the actual title message, and these are actually stats in the game. So Yep, that's for the Grand Theft Auto lovers and fanatics, whatever you want to call them. So one other thing I'm going to show you before I go ahead and click on these is, and I talked about this before, is the SumoMe I have already uploaded to this, and I don't have it on my pages, but I need to get it uploaded, so I'm going to switch over to the pages that have it. I put it recently on the Commodore 64 since that gets a lot of traffic, and I wanted to show you. It's right here in the corner, so you see this is SumoMe. These are the apps building. You just go down here, and you click on this one. It's called Show Heat Maps once you load it in. And this will record where people are clicking on your website. This is a very helpful tool before I get the forum working, that is, and it'll tell you how many people clicked, 115 clicks were recorded. I don't know if some of them are mine or not, but you can see people are interested in videos, Atari. On this page, it really shows me already what people are clicking on. So it's kind of helpful to me to know probably what to focus on more. And, you know, this side's all dead here because this is only the C64 section. So the Atari should be dead in this section. Actually, interesting, Atari's being clicked here, but this is the Commodore 64 stuff, so I may need to investigate why that is. But you can see what they're clicking on, and it also keeps track of the number of clicks as it goes down the page here. I don't know why this part of the part is not working yet. I need to call SumoMe about that, but it's really good. Down here at the bottom, look at this. All these clicks on this window. I don't know if these are bots or what was going on here, but I didn't get any spammers here yet, luckily. But I could see all these people were clicking here, and that might have been when all these messages showed up. So stuff like that's really helpful. You can see there's a click there, whatever. The heat maps kind of generate what's going on with your website. If you have your own website, definitely download SumoMe and install the actual plugin. I could really show you real quickly here. To get a little techie here just for a minute, if you can bear with me for a second. You put it right under the heading, the header, right here, and this is it. This is the SumoMe script, and they explain that. And see, it's SumoMe.com. This is the SumoMe that actually allows that thing to appear. Now, for some reason, I always have to refresh mine to get this to come back. I have no idea, but it's just something I need to communicate with SumoMe about. And I already went over this before, so I probably won't go into a lot of depth, but here's another one, Content Analytics. You can click on this. This is kind of interesting. It tells you the percentage of people, what they might be reading on your pages. 10% are reading this, and so on, 20%. Really into this section, it looks like. 30%, this seems to be increasing as it's going down there. And 100%, so. Those are just some of the other things you can see. So you can definitely check out SumoMe, it's pretty cool. You know, I'm going to try to get it on all my pages eventually. So essentially, that's really all I really wanted to talk about. I mean, everything else here, we won't go into all this other stuff. These are going to move over to a new website eventually. I want to get these in their own section and out of here because I've already got 2 other domains, a VBAElite.com and a drawwithclass.com, I think it is, that I'm going to put for the Visual Studio stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just wanted to kind of get your feedback on everything. And yeah, please like and subscribe if you like this. And this is Steve Morrow signing off.